A recent NUS survey found that 78% of students were experiencing mental health issues throughout the entire year, but less than half felt able to seek support.
I didn't realise I needed help, but I was depressed during university.
I had my first panic attack between the second and third years of my degree.
At the start of my first year, I was in a verbally abusive relationship which left my confidence shattered. After breaking up, my ex assaulted me.
I'd been under stress due to the usual pressures around coursework deadlines and exams. I started having panic attacks. I was diagnosed with panic disorder and depression.
The morning after, I felt uneasy, but I couldn't recall anything that had happened. The trauma had caused my brain to black out the memory.
At first the attacks were seemingly random, but they started affecting my behaviour until I'd be so anxious about the possible onset of an attack that I would unintentionally trigger one.
No one at university recognised any change in my behaviour. I functioned, but I was struggling to concentrate. When the memories of the traumatic incident began to return, I had no idea what to do.
My comfort zone of safe spaces shrank very rapidly, and for a good while, I would have an attack whenever I left the house. I felt very isolated from university life.
Would you know how and when to help someone like Jennifer or Thomas? We are all aware of the challenges a university environment can bring to staff and student mental health alike. In a Guardian survey, 66% of academics with mental health issues said their ill health is directly related to work. I took a mental health first aid training course at the student accommodation that I work with. You gain the skills and the confidence to spot signs of mental ill health, and then you're able to guide and support people and offer first aid should they need it. I recently had a student come down to reception who'd submitted a piece of work that he wasn't comfortable with. He was in the middle of having a panic attack, so at that point I dropped everything I was doing. We went outside for a walk, talked through what his anxieties were regarding the piece of work. I suggested for him to see his tutor and for him to see his therapist who he'd seeing at the time. After that he felt a lot more comfortable, and throughout the academic year he seemed to be able to deal with the work pressures a lot easier. MHFA courses won't teach you to be a therapist, but just like physical first aid, they will teach you to listen, reassure someone like Thomas and support someone like Jennifer, even in a crisis. If you're someone who works or studies in a university environment, sign up to the MHFA course. Together, let's create a future where everyone is able to support each other, a future where everyone is able to get the support should they need it.